Hi, good evening all. I'm back as it is Ryan Miller night in Buffalo. All right, guys, I'll talk a little bit about the standings. Sorry about the post game. I was sick like hell, guys. I was sick like hell. I've been bedridden and I am on my feet today, so I'm just thankful for that. So even if we won, it's not because we lost. I didn't make that video. Even if we won, I just didn't have it. I just didn't have it, guys. Health said no, you know. So let's talk a little bit about the boys now. They're at home, and we are facing the New York Islanders, guys. And this, of course, we know is a must-win. The way it works today, guys, I've looked at all the out-of-town games. If the Sabres win today, we're guaranteed to be 4 points out of a playoff spot. It's as simple as that. If they win this game, preferably in regulation, because we want to start jumping over teams eventually. We're not going to jump over the Islanders just yet, but we will be 3 points. If we win, we'd be 3 points behind them with 3 games in hand. Now, as I was looking at the other games, Philadelphia, we have to keep an eye on Philly. They're in this. Chicago's at Philadelphia. Florida's at Montreal. The Islanders are at Buffalo, of course. Detroit is at Vegas. So if the Sabres win, they're 4 points out of a playoff spot. I mean, I think a lot of us will jump at that right now, guys, with what we've seen as of late especially. But I was looking at all the teams going for like playoff spots. Let me just run through it real quick. No point in putting up a clip. I could just read it out. Okay, the Capitals are last 10, 4-4-2. The Penguins are last 10, 3-5-2. The Islanders are last 10, 3-5-2. Yes, as bad as the Sabres have been playing, they've actually picked up ground the last 10 games on these teams. Florida, their last 10, 5-4-1. The Sabres, their last 10, 4-5-1. The Flyers, their last 10, 8-2-0. And Detroit, their last 10, 3-6-1. Ottawa, their last 10, 5-5-0. Nobody is, as much as we're frustrated as Sabres fans, all these other teams aren't really lighting it up, guys, except Philadelphia. So we're okay. We're in decent shape there. Now, we'll just see what happens, guys, in this game. The way I see it, the home thing, everything doesn't really matter. The most important thing for me today, it's Ryan Miller night, and we're going to pay this man his due for what he's done for our franchise. In my opinion, the second greatest goalie of our entire history. And Ryan Miller absolutely deserves to be in the rafters in Buffalo. I've been lobbying for this since I've started the channel. As some of you know, I mentioned it years ago, how I don't understand how Ryan Miller's name is not in the rafters. Finally, it'll be in the rafters where it belongs. Ryan Miller was just, for me, guys, it was one of those eras in Buffalo Sabres that was too short-lived. You know, the 06 and 07 squads, it was too short-lived. It really was. You know, that looked like a team that was going to be around for a long time, and of course, and free agency killed us, as we lost Briere and Drury, as we know, and we've never recovered since. We just haven't recovered since, till maybe now. So we'll see what happens this year as it plays out. But I'm going to be really into this, guys. It's going to be an emotional game for me. Ryan Miller, I was a big fan of. I felt for him when the press conference where him and Ott, you might recall when Ott was, of course, our captain at the time, and you know, Miller did everything he could not to cry at that press conference that he was traded to St. Louis, and you know, he's always going to be a Sabre, I think, in his heart. So this is going to be a touching night, I think, for a lot of us. I'm really, really happy for him, his family, all of it, guys. This is just really, really a good thing. So I'm not going to drag this one out too long, guys. I got things I got to do. I want to sit down, lie down a bit, and I'm going to have a Neocitrin. Still feel a little lousy, but I will see you tonight in the post game. And hopefully we have a win to go with this special night in Sabres history. So congrats to Ryan Miller. I miss him. I do. As a Sabres fan, I miss those days. And I miss his, his pregame warm-up where he would do look like the Ken Dryden thing, and he'd just be basically focusing on the task at hand every time he did that. It was. I remember going to games in Buffalo, and everybody be shh, when he was doing his thing. Everybody's let him be in the zone, leave him alone. He was a very special goalie, folks. And you know what? I remember the year, and I remember in 06, I seen it coming. I did. I seen it coming that Biron was going to be knocked off as number one for this guy. You could see this was going to be our goalie. And, special memories, especially the 06 run. The 06 run where Miller put us on his back some nights. You might remember Game 2 in Ottawa stands out for me as one of his greatest performances ever. Where Miller, I forget what the shots were, folks, but it was like 45-13 or something, and we won the game because of Miller's goaltending, absolutely. And that was a turning point of that series, jumping up on them 2-0. A lot of good memories. So I'll just leave it there. A lot of good memories, so congrats to Ryan. I'm looking forward to seeing this. I really am. And I'll talk to you guys in the post-game tonight. Go Sabres, and go Ryan Miller. See you guys tonight.